Hello and welcome to the Quever channel. I'm Jason, your host. Heyo! I hope you're all having a good time. Let's just make sure the audio is working. Bertie's here, Beryl's around. First thing I'm going to do is take my medication. Now, just take that so that I can get that out of the way so I don't forget it, because it's very easy for me to forget things. So, so I'm here, you're here, we're having fun together. It's going to be yayness. So this morning's food is going to be a little different. You see, I've got some potatoes and carrots still from the meal I did on Christmas Day. And so I'm morning chaos. Yay! Second day into the new year. And so my meal is going to be potatoes and carrots, which I'm going to start cooking in a bit. Which will be cooking on the hob over there. That's why the camera is over there for that. Yay, Trans! Yay, Transy 2020 is here. Yay. Awesomeness of yayness. And we will do those two. But unfortunately, meat-wise, because we have to have some kind of meat in the meal, because that's just the way my brain works sometimes, I don't have any chicken. And unfortunately, for some reason, my body can digest sausages if they've been done in the pressure cooker, as in pretty much steamed and pretty much pressure cooked to oblivion. I can't really eat sausages if they're fried or baked or things like that, or done in an air fryer. I just can't. Oh, I'm sorry you can't hear, Transy. Yay. So, what I'm going to have with it, and Americans will probably find this kind of, some Americans won't like this, but some might find it interesting. You may want to try it one time. So what I'm going to have is potatoes, carrots. The potatoes will be mashed potatoes, some carrots, and the meat I'm going to have with it is going to be tuna. Just a normal tin of tuna. Tuna is a meat I can eat. I can eat tuna, is pretty basic. So we're going to have potatoes, carrots, and tuna. That's going to be my lunch. Welcome, Drew. So we may as well start the food going before we start chatting much. Let's get the food going first of all. So the food is going to consist of carrots and potatoes and egg and a tin of basic tuna. There we are, that's going to be the meal. Oh, and unfortunately, normally I would use this. Normally I would use this as the gravy, but my body can't handle normal gravies. So that there is just like chicken gravy. I can't use that. I used it on Christmas Day and it caused me issues. But I do have some vegetable gravy, which is actually works fine for me. For some reason, vegetable gravy works fine. Chicken gravy doesn't work fine. So we will be using this one as the gravy for the gravy. So let's get the thing in. As you know, carrots and potatoes, I don't peel them because a lot of the goodness and a lot of the taste from carrots and potatoes comes from the skin. So I always leave the skin on. Let's do this. Let's just. Okay. This. I don't like stuff going to waste, so normally I would use this kind of thing, but so we're going to just slice up some carrots, and we can go from there. Clee is awesome, and we've got everybody's here. It's awesome. I love doing this in the morning with all of you. It's wonderful to spend time with you and have a chat before the day begins. Yeah, carrots are one of the only fresh vegetables that my body can handle. Everything else has to be basically nuked in the pressure cooker for me to be able to have it. So sausage, it's carrots. We're doing carrots. It's carrots. We've got carrots. Yeah, onions are different, yeah. But yeah, I mean, the carrots are lovely. My dogs used to love chewing on carrots. Oh my God. These dogs don't like carrots, but my old dog, Rex, would see a carrot as a perfect, love to eat carrots. You could give him a whole carrot and he would prefer a carrot to chew on than the nicest type of treat you could give him. He loved. There we are. So that's enough for that. So throw these little end bits away. Can go over there. Put some water in this. Some filtered water on there. And then that can go over there. Yeah, carrots, dogs. These two don't like carrots, but yeah. But some dogs really, really love vegetables like carrots to chew on. Because a nice big carrot can be a brilliant chew toy for a dog. Okay. I'll put this on. In the back. There. Take it up to max until the water boils. So now let's do the potatoes. Get the potatoes, doing the potatoes. We got potatoes. I love carrot cake. Carrot cake is one of the few sweets that I can eat well. One of the few cakes that I can still eat is a carrot cake. I can't eat most pastries in that, but for some reason a carrot cake I can. So I'm going to put some potatoes in here. La da 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 da. I can eat carrot cake. Yes, I can. Like carrot cake is one of the few things I can eat. So there we are. So we've got that there. We've got the carrots. Put the water into that. I'll put the potatoes away. The knife can go in there. La, da, da, da. Just need to refill the Berkey with water for this, but that's okay. There's enough to do this. We need to really cover it. Oh, Berkey. There we are. It's all going. We've got those there. I need to find a. This is the plate with the meal on. Yay! There. I'm very used to cutting like that. I have handled knives all my life. Right, so the food is going. We are having fun. That'll take a while. I don't have to worry about sausages. I can eat sausages only in a specific way, and that is when they're in the risotto and the pressure cooker and they've cooked in that almost boiled way, because it reduces and renders them in a way that I can eat them. I can't eat sausages if they've been air fried, as in crispy, or grilled, or baked, or done on an oven, or done on fried in my skillet. So I can't have sausages that are cooked that way anymore. My body can't digest them properly. So we're going to have tuna instead with the meal. Because the only two meats I've got in the house are the bag of sausages and the tuna. So it's tuna. Tuna with potatoes and carrots. That's going to be my lunch. Oh, I'm getting beeps. I am getting beeps on my phone. Why am I getting beeps on my phone? What beeps am I getting on my phone? Oh, it's just normal beeps. It's just saying, this is your phone. It exists. Do not ignore me. Okay, so I'm just going to check my bank account. I'm going to look at my, let's see how much money is in my bank account. Would you like to know how much money is in my bank account at this moment in time? Would everybody like to know how much money is in my bank account at this point in time? Okay. My exact amount of money in my bank account is £607. And that seems like a lot, £607. But it's right at the start of the month, and from what I can tell, checking on my budget, at the end of the month there will be £23 left. So all that money in the bank is basically going on bills. Everything's budgeted, so I have 600 and a little bit of money in the bank account today at the start. And with every bill, all the bills that go out during the month, I'll end the month with about, I'd say I should have about £22 left at the end of the month due to my budget. Because I have a budget software that I run, so I can tell. Which is okay, because then at the end of the month, my money goes in again. This is okay, this is good. I want to buy a couple of things this month, very simple things. I'm going to pick up a small phone holder for that phone over there. The phone I use for the cutting board, I want to put it on a little tiny tripod. But I need a little phone holder that will hold it in place on top of the tripod. So, well, that's like £6. It's nothing major. I'm going to pick up one of them this week. If you want to know a good software, I'll give you a link to it. They do a free version of this software And once you've set up this software, you can set it up with like up to 6 months or 12 months in advance. That means you can put all your money in, put all your bills into the software. It takes a while to do it. It can take a week or more for you to put it all down in this budgeting software. But then you can scroll forward like 6 months in the future and see how much money you'll have spare if you kept along the same pathway, things like that. So I'll find it. I'm going to take, right now. Okay, this is the best free. I paid for the version that I use because I've used it so much, but and yeah, yay. So this is an amazing budget software. It'll work on most things. It's called Ace Money Lite. I've got the full version, which cost very little to buy it. The full version was. And it allows you to extrapolate into once you pull your bills in and your schedules and your credit cards and everything, you can scroll forward into the future of your thing and see how much money you'll have at the end of the month, how much money you'll have next month, and so on. And you can see where any problems are. You can put in all your bills that will come out once a year, and that it takes a while to set it all up and go through your bank and make sure you put everything in there, because you will miss some things. You can put in money for your takeouts or anything you do, and then you can scroll forward into your future and go through it. It's very good. That Ace Money Lite is a brilliant piece of software. I bought it years ago to help me look after Paola, and that piece of software is brilliant. The Lite version is free. Yeah. People with ADHD and bipolar are really bad at dealing with finances, and that we have our risk versus reward and spending. That's why having a piece of software like this is very good for you, because you can keep an eye on things. And I can see that when all my bills come out this month, I know that by the end of the month I've got £20 spare, so I can use that £20 because I know I've got it spare. And then I can say, okay, I'm going to spend £6 on a holder for a phone, so I can use a tripod over there for that camera. And I'm going to buy some hooks so I can hook up. Your USB cable at the moment is just sort of, let me show you the USB cable that goes, see, the camera that's over by the actual cooker. Oh, let me turn down that. It doesn't need to be so high now, though. Turn them both down, sir. The USB cable that goes from this computer to the camera over by those saucepans over there is just, well, let me show you, because it's just hanging. This is my current setup for the camera. There, that is the USB cable that goes from the laptop up to there, over a little hoop there, down there, over the hood, down there to the camera there. I need to put up some hooks. So I'm going to buy a set of these stick-on hooks so I can hook you up above the doors and that, and have it up there. But that's the actual USB cable that goes from here to there. And I unplug it usually after the thingy, so it's not in the way. But having it on an actual couple of hooks higher up would be far better, especially if the dogs want to go out the back door or anything like that. So I'm going to buy, like, it's, in fact, I'm going to go on Amazon right now. Pull this over here. And I'm going to just, yeah. Yeah. Are you in America, Cray? Chaos? Are you in America? Where are you about? Are you the one having those? Yeah. So, see, ideally, at some point in the future, I will be able to afford to buy some wireless cameras, so I can set the stuff up without the cables. Like I use my phone over there as a camera. Very good quality. Yeah, so yeah, you're having the. We're going to get the tail end of that horrible, crazy snow thing you're having. So I'm going to just go on Amazon now, and I'm going to order some hooks. These are the same hooks I use for my VR for having the cables. The cooking is. We're cooking potatoes, carrots, and the meat I'm having with it is tuna. So I'm having potato, carrots, and tuna. So the hooks are the same ones I use upstairs. Are these. They're very cheap. They're very cheap. I'm going to show you what I'm ordering. These are just Control V. These are just a simple hook which I usually use for the cables for my VR in the bedroom and that, but I'll also stick some of them on for this, and they're very cheap, so I'll add them to the basket, and the actual camera tripod holder. Morning, Nini. So the camera holder that I'm going to get for that little camera over there, so I can put it on a little tripod, is this. So the camera holder is that. That's the camera holder that I'm picking up. Those two very cheap items just added. Those two items are just going to be picked up for. I can afford those two. So we'll go to them. We'll order those two items for later this week. Morning, Vida. So I can set this place up without the cables all falling over things. Hello, Wayne Stretch. Having a pretty good time. We are now having a good New Year, and we are cooking a lunch. So these should be delivered on the 4th, so that's fine. Let's just. There. That's all on its way. We've just done. Those are tiny little things that I ordered. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just cooking some food in the kitchen. Down in the kitchen, we're doing our little mellow morning stream while we chat and have fun and bounce around like happy fishes in the sea. I am cooking banana cream cake. Oh, that's nice. So we're having potatoes and carrots, and we're having. And the meat I'm having it with tuna and some vegetable maybe. So good. We are having the mellow time. I'm cooking lunch. It's lunch. Lunch that is cooking at the moment. You can see on the stream. I'm cooking my lunch. So like I said, the only two meats I've got in the house really are sausage and tuna. Now sausage I can only eat sausage usually these days if it's cooked in the pressure cooker, basically almost rendered down in the risotto. But so when I can't fry sausages, I can't eat them if I cook them in an oven or anything like that, or the air fryer. So instead I'm just having tuna with it. I want to use no, I can't eat salmon. The oil in the salmon, because of the fatty nature of salmon, it causes your body to create more stomach acid, which causes problems for me. So no, I can't have anything like that. So salmon, even mackerel, I can't eat. Tuna is really the only one. Unfortunately, it's the only fish I can eat. Sucks, because I love salmon. I love salmon, even though it's really, really expensive. Chicken I can eat, yes. Chicken is one of the only meats I can eat, just normal cooking them. I can't eat beef. I can't eat bacon. Well, I'm not supposed to eat beef. I'm not supposed to eat bacon. It's bad for me. And I can't eat pork anymore. I can't. Pulled pork sandwiches I can't have anymore. It sucks. Can't eat most types of meat. I can eat them, but they will cause me bad issues for my stomach and my throat. So tuna, chicken, sausage, or the 3 types. I can't eat vegetarian meat, sadly. Cannot eat vegetarian meat. What I'm talking about, any soya-based meat, any of the fake meats, because of what they're made with, they're harder for your body to digest. Your body has to make more acid, which causes me problems. So unfortunately, I can't eat any of the vegetarian meats. Vegetarian sausages like corn or anything like that. I can't eat any of the ones made with soya. Just can't eat any of those kinds. So I have to stick with the normal meats. Eggs are problematic. Very much problematic, eggs are. So no, eggs I'm not supposed to have. I've tried eggs a few times and it's not good for me at all. Eggs aren't. Not good at all. Yep, at least I haven't got to get the expensive stuff. So it's very rare that I can afford chicken. One day this month I might do a big meat shop from an actual meat wholesaler and try stuff, because I found this. If I cook meat, basically beef, beef. I used to love beef. Can't eat beef normally, but braised beef, that kind of beef where it's been rendered down to the point that it melts in your mouth. Yeah, I can eat turkey. How beef, when you cook it in that certain way where it is basically dissolves in your mouth. The same kind of you see in a tin of stewed steak. It's basically been to the point where it is just melts in your mouth. That kind of beef I can have. So I might get some beef in if I can do a wholesale later in the month. I've put aside a bit of money for that. Then I will try that and see if my body can handle it better. Yeah, so I'm going to try that later in the month. Each month I try new foods, to see if I can add them into my food list, because we should always try to add something extra. Yay, Hachiman and Chaos and Trans and everybody's here, and we're talking and we're fun, and when yay, and Rita's here. It's like weird things, like I can't chicken gravy or beef gravy I can't have, really. It's really bad for me. But I can have vegetable or so-called vegetarian gravy, because that's for some reason made in a completely different way. So that I can have that kind of gravy in small amounts. So I'm going to have vegetarian type gravy with the meal. So I just have to be balanced, and each month I would just try add something new just in case I can use it. Because food is a comfort thing. Food isn't just food. Food is a comfort thing. It helps us. It boosts our morale. Cleban! Yay. Welcome, Cleban. Yay, Cleban is here. Cleban is awesome. So yeah, we're here waiting for you. Of course, Cow is here. Cow is here. Neopet Cow is here. And Plushy old plushy thingy. You say that you can't do something. Fried chicken is bad. I can't have fried chicken. Yeah. Fried chicken, anything like I can't have fried sausages. Now chicken I can cook in the thingy. I can do in certain ways, but I've got to make sure it's cooked really well. And then it's very hard to do so. Like if I can cook a chicken, but a fried chicken that has a coating on it, no, that's bad for me. I can't have KFC. I used to love KFC. I used to love KFC bargain buckets. It didn't matter whether it was good for you or anything. I liked KFC bargain buckets. And their Zinger sandwich. I love the Zinger sandwich they did. So I have to find things and ways to have food that I can cope with. Like most kinds of bread, like you said, most kinds of bread, most kinds of wheat. And the sad thing is, most food that's supposed to be good for you I can't eat. Like, for example, most salad. Because it's fresh, the salad takes more energy for your body to break down. So I can't eat any cereal that has whole grain in it, and nearly every cereal has whole grain in it these days. It's crazy. What's my favorite snack? My favorite snack is this. I will show you my favorite snack. I'm going to put them on my wish list. So I will probably buy some later. So let's put these on my wish list and I'll show you them. Oh no. They're pretty much the only snack that I can eat properly that my body can handle now. Let's see. Waiting for it to catch up. Okay, so these ones. I found a type of thing either I can eat. These are gorgeous. These are absolutely gorgeous. And I can eat them, but they're quite expensive, unfortunately. So I don't order them most of the time. So let me... Okay, so... Let me show you what it is. So here is... They're called P-Pops. They're called P-Pops. And of all the chickpea type of snack that you can get, these are the only ones that I can actually have. Don't know if that one... I don't know whether that went through. Did that go through? I don't know whether it went through. They're called P-Pops. P-Pops. They're gorgeous. So I'm going to put them on my wish list, but I won't be able to have them for a while. But they are gorgeous. And they are my favourite snack, and they're a type of something that my body can handle. They're pretty much the only savoury snack I can eat. They are gorgeous. But I'll put them on my wish list, my public wish list anyway. But I won't be getting them for a while. I'll wait for it. And I don't want anybody to buy them. Nobody should buy them for me. It should go on my thingy. They are really nice tasting thingy. I can't eat any of them for some reason. That version, I can't eat a lot of the high peas or whatever they are. Yeah, we'll get to chat in VR and that once you've sorted out your mic. It was really nice to see you there. such a wonderful event. Yay. So we enjoy doing all this. So those P-pops, or if you any kind of having problems with your gastric system, those P-pops are pretty good for you. The other one, now we'll talk about the sweet ones. Let me find them. The other one is something that if I want something sweet, I've got some in the house at the moment. These are the ones, and for some reason my body can handle these because they're just basically glycerin, and these are these beyond anything else I can eat. And I'll put these. Let's show you the sweet. Once again, I don't buy these very often, like once every few months, because but these are like a super treat for me. So let's Control V and the Haribo giant strawberries. So I'll put them on my wish list so I remember to pick some up in the future. Probably won't be a few months, but I'll get some of those. Yeah, they are gorgeous. Most of the sweets I can't have. I can't have chocolate, I can't have cake and all that. So as Hachiman was saying and others have said, and Chaos has said also, food and eating food isn't just about fuel. Especially, and for someone who's dealing with depression, we've all had that point, haven't we? We've all had that time when we've been upset and we've eaten our favourite cake or our favourite sweet, or ordered out a pizza or something and just vegged out in front of our favourite movie. And so these things help with they're like part of our ammunition for dealing with life. And so when you have an illness that takes away a massive amount of stuff you can eat, you have to find things that you can still eat. Because it's funny, because over the past months I bought things in that I ended up couldn't eat. I had to give them out to next door neighbour. But yeah, those are the two that I can. Yeah. Yeah, those are the two that I can actually eat if I want sweet stuff in. I have to budget for it, and I'll buy them in slowly over time in the future, but they are there in case. Those are two that my body can handle. I don't have any in at the moment, but those are two that I can handle. So anything else anybody would like to ask me, feel free to, because I'm completely open and we can chat about anything. See, the reason I haven't got much money this month spare, the reason I've only got £20, well, probably, £10 now at the end of the month, because I've just ordered those hooks and the thingy, is because I bought those games in the Steam sale. But those games will last me months and months and months. This is why I buy my computer games in the Steam sale, because then I've got months and months of new games to go into and say, you've seen my streams, haven't you? Sometimes I will play 10 different games in a stream, and I will jump from game to game to game. And that's just the way my brain works. So having all these extra games now installed makes it easier for my brain to cope with the issues, because I can just jump from, oh, I can play that new game, I can play that new game, I can try this, I can spend 10 minutes in this game, and so on and so forth. And it just makes it so my brain's got something to do. So it is a good investment for my future, and because it's all bought through the Steam sale, the price is really good. So I'm just going to turn. Right, so we're going to remove that. Get the water together. The carrot water can be used. The carrot water can be used for the gravy. Those can just stay on there for there like that. Those can stay on there, ready to be put out. And so, where's my gravy? I need my swirly thing. Where's my swirly thing? Yay, we got the swirly thing. Yay. The dog is lying right there. His bed is right there on the floor, and he's lying full out in the way. I'll show you in a minute. Let me show you this. That's where my chair is. That is where Bertie is lying in the way. So when I try to walk from my computer to the thing, I have to step over him, because he has decided that is where he wanted to sleep. So he doesn't give a fuck. He is just going to lie there, and I'm going to have to step over him while I'm making food. Beryl's gone to sleep in the living room, but Bertie's there. He's just going to stay there and doesn't care. How much money do I have by the end of the month? I will have about £10 spare. But you've got to understand, I've budgeted everything. Everything will be paid, and I will have £10 free at the end of the month. Hello, Keymaster. £10 free to. So I've spent and done my budget, and all the bills will come out, and everything will be paid this month. And at the end of the month, I will have £10 spare in the bank. And that's fine. As long as we're in the green, that's good. Morning, Keymaster. So yeah, I'm cooking some food and that. Yay. I'm very good at budgeting my money. So by the end of the month, we will have £10 left in the bank. But that does also include, you've got to think, this budget also includes each week I put a small amount away in my rainy day fund. Like £30 a week goes into a fund, an emergency fund that I've set up for myself. An easy access, an instant access, little tiny savings account. So each week I have what is called, like, it's this money, the money, I don't class it as money that I will spend. So as far as I've got at the end of the month, I've got £10 money to spend, but by the end of the month, I will also have about £100 inside this savings account, this emergency account. And at the end of the month, I can say, okay, is there anything I need? Like, is anything breaking? Is there anything? Do the dogs need more sweets or anything like that? I've got that spare point, but I don't class that as money available to use. That's the way my brain has to work. When the money goes into the little savings account, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have access to. Just like right today there is £600 in my bank account because the money's just gone in. But all of that money is going to be used up by bills. And I've got my budgeting software and I make sure that everything will be paid. So as far as I'm concerned, that £600 doesn't exist. It will be used up by the bills this month. I don't have access to it to use it for anything else. The bills come first, the food come first and everything. Yay. So I am very good at compartmentalizing the money and making sure the little tiny bit that goes into a savings rainy day fund that I've started doing this year, which was my New Year's resolution, that each week a little tiny bit of money is going to go into an emergency fund just in case they mess up my benefits or anything, or 1 month I don't have any money. I've got to make sure I've got a little bit of money spare inside the savings account to deal with that. I can't put much away, and there's a good chance that if an emergency happens or something breaks in the house, that money will get used up quickly. But this is what I've got to slowly build up, so I've always got a little tiny bit of a backup. Okay, so well, that's very done. Is anything else done? Let's turn off that. I don't usually cook on this because of the cost. It's very rare for me to cook food on the thing. I usually cook in my Instapot because it's so much cheaper. But I wanted to use up the fresh veg in the house, and I wanted to do a special meal this morning. So that's the potatoes done. The potatoes are done. Potatoes are done, they're there. The potatoes are done, they're there. Now we're going to put, as I said, I can't have normal milk. So to make mashed potatoes, I add a little bit of oat milk because I can't have normal milk. I can't have dairy milk. So a little bit of oat milk goes in there for it. Not too much. I don't like my mashed potatoes to be too thingy. And I can't use butter because butter doesn't agree with my body, or margarine doesn't agree with my body anymore. So instead I use a little bit of mayonnaise, which for some reason does agree with my body. For some reason I can use mayonnaise as a substitute for butter. I don't have much mayonnaise left. I'm out of mayonnaise. Well, that's a problem. I'm out of mayonnaise. Okay. I'll get so much more. Okay, so that's all there, ready to be mashed. Bertie, you'll write it in the freaking way, totally, and completely in the way all the time. So I need my masher. Where's my masher? I love my masher. I love my masher. This masher is like a power fist. This masher came from Amazon. I bought it ages ago. It's like a steel masher. You can really punch into the food that you want to mash. It's really solid. All the mashers I've ever had in the past are broken. So I've got this Super Ninja like a power fist masher that's really strong and I love it. I got it from Amazon. Now we're going to have mash, and we're going to have carrot, and we're going to have tuna. And that's going to be our lunch for today. And yay! Oh, I have some light mayonnaise. I still have the light mayonnaise. I didn't realise it was still there. Let's use the light mayonnaise as a subject. Okay. You got a thing? Put the lid on for now. Where's the lid? Where's my lid? Oh, it's here. So put the lid on that cookie in. Right. Hello, Solar. Hello, Faye. Hey, Ben. Solar, hey, Ben. Everyone. Yay. Right. So, you got to remember, I have to make sure that I eat 3,500 calories a day. If you go, Vida can tell you. Vida was there last year in November, when I started losing weight. I lost something like 15 kilograms of weight within 2 weeks. This is why I can't lose weight. This is why I will never, because my body, the problem with my body is this. Let's explain. After my bowel cancer and 40% of my gastric system was removed, I need to eat like 60% more food each day just for my body to absorb what I need. And yeah, we thought I had cancer, but it was basically because of the problems with and what caused issues with my throat that I couldn't eat in that. If I have to eat 3,500 calories a day just to get the 2,000 calories that you would have as a normal amount of food per day. So I was losing 1,500 calories a day or even more because I couldn't eat when this gastric problem started to affect my throat. Because we didn't know what it was. We thought it was throat cancer. We thought it was so many different things. And then we figured out. So this is why I have to eat big meals. And this is why I have to keep making sure that I've got lots of food in. Because if I eat a normal amount of food for the day, I will basically be at 1,500 negative calories. And like it took like I went down like 3 shirt sizes. I looked like a ghost. I lost so much weight, which is why I can never be thin. If I ever lose this extra fat and I have an illness, I will basically be dead within a week. That's why I can never let my weight go down to a normal, healthy thing, even though I'd love to. I've got to keep this extra on me because if things go badly like they did in November last year, not this year, not last year, the year before, so not last year, the year before, so it's over a year ago now, until we could figure out what it was that was causing it, which was a side effect of the actual bowel cancer, causing this gastric issue, making it so I couldn't eat for about a month. I lost so much weight, it was terrifying. And it was all, and so I have to make sure that I have big meals. I have to make sure that even though I can't, see the thing is, this is the sad things. If I could eat chocolate, if I could eat normal crisps, if I could eat bloody pasta and pizza, all of these foods that are high calorie, I can't eat anymore. And that's the where it's hard. I've got to try and make sure that I have really big meals, and that when I eat those meals, I have to make sure that I've got to have something extra, because if I don't, it will be a bad thing. So it's very much a balancing act. Not to go too heavy, to put too much strain on my heart, but not to go too low, which could be very dangerous. So And of course, having problems like that and having issues like bipolar and the depression side of that, and ADHD and that, and autism, it all factors into each other and makes things. So I have to. This is why I have to be so careful about everything I do. And yeah, yeah. And because I had cancer and that, with first of all we thought that the cancer had come back, then we thought it was thyroid. Then because what happened was basically Vida was there for the start of it, and we thought it was panic anxiety, health anxiety, and all that. And so basically, how it happened was this: one afternoon, my throat started to close up, and that was terrifying in itself. But if you're depressed and if you've got ADHD and everything else, something like that happening will kick health anxiety and panic and health-based panic attacks, and it's horrible. So I had a barium X-ray to make sure I didn't have throat cancer or thyroid cancer. Then we had an endoscopy where they went down my throat to check and make sure there was no damage to my throat yet. Then we checked everything else, and we came up to the conclusion that basically, because of my bowel cancer, I wasn't eating enough because I had been trying to lose some weight before that. If you'll remember, Vida, before that I was trying to lose some weight. Because I had tried to lose some weight, I had caused GERD, the gastro whatever, I can never pronounce that freaking thing, to kick in because of the way my gastric system worked after the bowel cancer. So it meant I can have low potassium and things like that, because even though I'm eating a lot, my body doesn't absorb as much as it's supposed to. So it's a fight. It's always a fight. Finding the foods that my body can cope with that won't trigger the issue where the stomach acid goes into the throat, but enough food so it won't cause me to lose weight. So it's a challenge. It's another one of those challenges we have to deal with. But we deal with it. We deal with it. That's why each month I pick a few new items to try and yeah, to see if I can add something new to my food that I can eat. This is why every month I will buy a few items to make sure I can try to deal with, to add something else to my list. Because I have to. I've got to keep doing that. So I'm going to put my food out now. Doopy-doopy-doo. Doopy-doopy-doo. Right. So we have the carrots and we have the potatoes. We have the potatoes and the carrots. So actually adding something like mayonnaise to mashed potato increases their calorie count quite a lot. Hold on, why not? Let's have a nice big mashed potato meal. The dogs can have anything I can't eat. The dogs can have anything. I'm gonna put some thing in there with the gravy and give that to the dogs. So, and we've got the carrots. Yeah. And somewhere on this plate, we will end up putting. We've got to put those over there. This over here. We're going to put them. We've got those. We've got the carrots. We've got the potato. We've got the gravy over there, and we're going to get out them. Where is it? I need my can opener. We deal with it, yeah. The juice from this is going to go into this here, and I'm going to give it to the dogs on their meal. So the juice from the tuna will go into there, over there, and just it's really not giving me myself enough room on here to put this on. I need to renegotiate the borders. Yeah, that'll do. We need to rinse this out for the doggies. The doggies get the rest of the tuna because they like tuna. Doggies like tuna. Right, so all that's there. So we get the gravy. Gravy go there. Gravy go there. And then the doggies get the rest of the gravy. So there. That's my lunch. That gravy's going to go over the edge. So, yay. So, the food is ready. I will have my food. And I will be back in about an hour and a half. I will do a stream upstairs. And we will play games and we will have fun because that's what we do. Vida, well, Vida, you're coming at the end, later in the month, aren't you? You're going to come visit me. Vida is coming visit me. Vida is awesome. We'll probably, if Vida wants to, we'll do a dual stream while he's here. We'll do a stream with us both on. Because Vida, I shall drag him into the limelight. Yay. So I don't have visitors often, but I've known Vida for many, many years now. Vida is awesome. So yeah. Yeah. So you all, I love spending time with you all. You're wonderful. I'm going to upload this as well because I always like to upload this one for people to see that missed it. You're amazing, all of you are. We cope and do what we have to do to deal with these things. And we help each other. Because that's the whole point. This isn't just about me. This is about putting all this out there, letting you all see this side of me means that people out there know that they're not alone. And whatever they're dealing with, we can help them. So bye-bye for now, and bye-bye from Cal. And from bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. So bye-bye-bye. You're wonderful, all of you.